This is a broken strand of Christmas lights, and this is an extension cord, and these don't work together too well. And that's because the big side on this won't fit into the little side on this. This will never go together. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to take an old or broken strand of Christmas lights and turn it into an extension cord. Here we go. All right, and all we're gonna need is your old strand of Christmas lights, a pair of wire cutters, some shrink tube, and your soldering iron. Also, don't mind the paint on my hands. I was painting the bottom of a Mustang, and I'll be honest, it's just not coming off. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is cut off the warning labels. We are not gonna need those where we are going. Typically, the next thing you wanna do is measure how long you need your extension cord to be and cut your Christmas light strand accordingly. Now, for me today, I'm gonna leave this full length, but let's say you have a bush in your front mulch bed that's 4 feet from the bush next to it. You may wanna cut this to be about 4 feet 6 inches. Again, leave yourself a little bit of wiggle room. For me today, I'm gonna leave this full length, but let me show you guys where to cut this. All right, so if you've never looked at a strand of Christmas lights carefully, there are actually about 3 wires that run continuously through it, okay? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna cut after the first light in the strand on one side, and we're gonna put this off to the side. All right, now that we have that cut off, the next thing we're gonna do is just take the wire that has all the lights connected, and we're just gonna unwrap this down the entire strand of lights. It should take you about 30 seconds to 1 minute to get the strand of lights out, then you'll be left with just 2 wires the whole way down. Once you get down to the other end of the other plug, you're just gonna cut the one wire that feeds the lights. You're gonna leave the other wire connected because it's one less thing to solder later. All right, and then once that's done, you should be left with something like this, okay? So you're gonna have your one side where you just have your cut right here, and one wire that'll ultimately get soldered there. You're gonna have just your wire here, and on the other end, you're gonna have where you cut, you're gonna have to solder 2 wires. Now, the other thing I will tell you is with your extra Christmas lights, I tend to hang on to these because I have 15,000 Christmas lights. If you haven't seen my latest video, go check it out. I put up to 15,000 Christmas lights this year around my house, but I typically save a few of these in a bag in my storage just because I have so many different versions of Christmas lights now. It's nice to have some extra bulbs. All right, so I actually lied in the beginning of the video. You're also gonna wanna have a pair of wire strippers to make your life easier because you are gonna have to strip wires to solder them together. All right, and now we're getting close. Next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna slip your shrink tubing onto the wire. You are going to twist the joint together where you're going to solder next on both sides, okay? So again, down here, I've slipped on my shrink tubing and I've twisted my joints together. And then our soldering gun is heating up right now. I have my solder out. We're gonna solder the joints, then we're gonna slip the shrink tube over, then we're gonna melt the shrink tube, and then you're done. Make sure you're moving the source of heat back and forth so you don't burn or melt anything individually. Doing this will ensure a nice waterproof seal when these are outside. All right, and just like that, you have a nice Christmas light extension cord for free, okay? Now, even if you don't have an old burned out Christmas light strand laying around, honestly, you can pick these up for about $2.50 from your local Home Depot. For $2.50, I don't feel too bad about cutting into them and making this. Again, this is just so convenient. You can run it between bushes. It's not visible at nighttime. There's no more bulbs in this right now. It's completely bulbless, as you see. And again, this one's about 12 feet long right now. It'll plug in to any strand of Christmas lights, and it makes life super easy. So with that said, guys, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please subscribe. It would really support me. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please comment below. And until I see you again, get in the gym, take care of yourselves, and live your dream. I'll catch you next time.